we had decided before we got married that what we were going to do was we were going to marry each other. So we were going to say our vows to each other. And we had also decided that this was going to be Bill's timing, that he was going to decide when we were going to marry each other and where. I knew he was taking me to several different places, but I didn't know where. And so we both had our vows ready, and I just had my vows ready for whenever he decided it was going to be. And so the first one was in Menominee on our way out to Minnesota. And
on our way back here.
From Minnesota here, yeah. And then
the next one was at Fairley Creek.
December 22nd or 21st?
21st, I think.
Okay,
maybe.
December 21st.
And we went down to Fairley Creek, which is a very, very lovely place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went from there to Still Pond Creek.
Mm-hmm. And it was drizzling rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not real.
I mean, he doesn't think that's good weather. I think that's wonderful weather. Being a California girl, I appreciate rain.
And then we went to Betterton Beach,
mm-hmm.
and we said a vow there. And then we had Eli with us the whole time.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
okay.
sure, of course.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay, yeah, we had Eli with us.
And then we came back to our house and said our final vow in the backyard out of our house.
Yeah.
And so very
so that's
cool.
how we married each other.
Right.
And then we had our civil ceremony in January. That was just a formality that to us wasn't when we actually were getting married, but it was, so that legally we could, have all the benefits of being married and everything. And so that was January 11th or 12th?
12th, I think.
Okay. And when we went down to get our marriage license was when we discovered that our previous divorces had both been within days of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really interesting. 5 years before, but within days of each other. So that was kind of cool. And then a couple days after we got our marriage license on January 11th or 12th. What did you say? The 12th?
12th.
The 12th. Mark Mumford, who's the county clerk?
Clerk of court.
Clerk of the court. He actually came all the way out to Betterton because that's where we wanted to get married, and that was just really, really sweet of him to come out there. It was freezing cold, January. There was ice floating on the Chesapeake Bay, and we went all the way out to the end of the jetty, and with ice floating all around us, Mark did our civil ceremony, and we had Eli as our best man, and so that was very cool. And then we went to Barbara's on the bay for our wedding supper.
Right.
That's kind of a special place. That was
Right.
one of the places Bill had taken me when I had visited him in November.
But one of the things that Alyce-Kay was most disappointed about places where we did not go to say our vows.
Because remember, I didn't know where we were going.
Right.
So.
And when Alyce-Kay was here in November, I gave her the opportunity to come with me to the county dump.
Because he had always talked about his trips to the dump and everything, and it sounded really fun.
So anyway, we went to the dump in November and got rid of the trash and the recycling and all the rest of that stuff. We live, Still Pond is, quote, out in the county, unquote.
And like a population of less than 400 people.
Right, and so there's no trash pickup, all right, municipal trash pickup. And, the dump is, 5-8 miles down the road, and so I've just always gone to the dump. Well,
and I thought it was really fun. It was just really cool to go to the dump. I'd never been to a dump before, I don't think.
So anyway, Alyce-Kay was very disappointed that I didn't take her to the dump to say one of our vows.
I had a vow ready for the dump, and he did not take me there. I was really bummed, and one of these days he's still going to have to do it, so I can say my vow.